Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Kunja Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Jaya Girivara Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhav, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Narsingha Dev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Radha Madhav. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parijakacarya Ashtottara Satashri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Nigamakalpatarorghalitam phalam sukhamukha-damruta drava-samyutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we are going to discuss Canto 3, Chapter 8, verse 30 to 33, 4 verses. 3 verses don't have any purport. So I'm going to just recite the verse and the meaning, and then the 4th verse which is there on the board, we're going to reciprocatively chant. Cara-carauko bhagavan-mahīdhram ahīndra-bandhuṁ salilopagūḍham kirīṭa-sāhasra-hiraṇya-śṛṅgam āvirbhavat kaustubha-ratna-garbham. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Like a great mountain, the Lord stands as the abode of all moving and non-moving living entities. He is the friend of the snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend. As a mountain has thousands of golden peaks, so the Lord was seen with the thousands of golden helmeted hoods of Ananta-nāga. And as a mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, so also his transcendental body was fully decorated with valuable jewels. As a mountain is sometimes submerged in the ocean water, so the Lord is sometimes submerged in the water of devastation. Verse 31. Nivitam amanya madhuvrata shriya swakirti maya vanamalaya harim surendruvayu agni agamam tridhamabhihi parikramat pradhanikadarashadam. Lord Brahma, thus looking upon the Lord in the shape of mountain, concluded that he was Hari, the personality of Godhead. He saw that the garland of flowers on his chest glorified him with Vedic wisdom in sweet songs and looked very beautiful. He was protected by the Sudarshana wheel for fighting, and even the sun, moon, air, fire, etc. could not have access to him. Verse 32. Tarheva tannabhisaras sarojam atmanamambha swasanam vichachya dadrasha devo jagato vidhata natapparam loka visarga drishtihi. When Lord Brahma, the maker of the universal destination, thus saw the Lord, he simultaneously glanced over creation. Lord Brahma saw that the lake in Lord Vishnu's navel and the lotus flower as well as the devastating water, the drying air, the sky, all became visible to him. Now we'll chant this verse reciprocatively. Sakarma Bijam Rajasoparaktaha Sakarma Bijam Rajasoparaktaha Prajaha Shishrikshan Yad Eva Drishtva Praja Shishrikshan Yadeva Drishtva Astaud Visargabhimukhas Tam Idyam Astaud Visargabhimukhastam Idyam Avyakta Vartmani Abhiveshitatma Avyakta Vartmanyabhiveshitatma Sakarma Bijam Rajasoparaktaha Sakarma Bijam Rajasoparaktaha Praja Sishikshan Yadeva Drishtva Praja Sishikshan Yadeva Drishtva Astaud Visarga Bhimukastamidyam Astaud Visarga Bhimuktastamidam Avyakta Vartmanyabhiveshitatma Avyakta Vartmanyabhiveshitatma Astaud Visarga Bhimukastamidyam Avyakta Vartmanyabhiveshitatma सकर्म बीजं रसतोपरक्तः स्वशास्य शिक्षन् यदेव दृष्ट्वा हस्तो विमुखस्तमीड्यम् अव्यक्तवर्त्मान्यविचेषितात्मा। माताजी, सकर्म बीजं सकर्म बीजं रजसोपरक्तः हस्तोद्विसर्गाभिमुखस्तदीर्यम् word to word meaning. Saha, he, Brahma, karma bijam, seed of worldly activities. Rajasa, uparaktaha, initiated by the mode of passion. Prajaha, living entities. Sishrikshan, willing to create progeny. Yat, all the five causes of creation. Eva, thus. Drishtva, looking on. Astaut, prayed for. Visarga, creation after the creation by the Lord. Abhimukaha, towards. Tam, that. Idyam, worshipable. Avyakta, transcendental. Vartmani, on the path of. Abhiveshita, fixed. Atma, mind. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhacharana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please repeat after me. Lord Brahma, thus being surcharged with the mode of passion, became inclined to create, and after seeing the five causes of creations indicated by the Personality of Godhead, he began to offer his respectful prayers on the path of creative mentality. Purport. Even if one is in the mode of passion to create something in the world, he has to take shelter of the Supreme for the necessary energy. That is the path of successful termination of any attempt. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport to the third canto, 8th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Manifestation of Brahma from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha-kalpatarubhyascha kripa-sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandavadam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Uttara Srimate Jayapataka Swami Tinamni Namacharya Padanitaya Kripudayane Gaurakatadavata Nagaragramtarane Katanjana Smritirismin Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet Vismrite Viparitam Syat Shri Chaitanyam Namamitam. Hare Krishna. So, we are in the 3rd canto, 8th chapter, and we just completed the 8th chapter, 30 to 33rd verse. There are 4 verses which we read. And this concludes this chapter, which is titled Brahma's Birth from Manifestation of Brahma from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So where are we in Srimad Bhagavatam? In 3rd canto, there is a conversation between Maitreya Muni and Vidura. Why is that conversation happening? Because in the 2nd canto, Parikshit Maharaj asked a series of questions in the 8th chapter to Sukadeva Goswami. And those questions, when he asked questions like explain about the super soul, tell me about what is the Virat Rupa, explain creation, annihilation, a lot of questions which Parikshit Maharaj asked. When he asked this question, Sukadeva Goswami said, hey wait, I know a similar conversation which has happened. This Vidura had asked these questions to Maitreya Muni. So let me tell you that conversation. That will be the best. Because I don't want to quote anything on my own. I am just quoting references. When Vidura asked this question to Maitreya, Maitreya said, hey wait, these similar questions were asked by Sanat Kumara to Shankarshana, and they had a conversation about this. So the Lord himself spoke Bhagavatam, and that Bhagavatam has been relayed by Sanat Kumara through his parampara to Maitreya Muni, and Maitreya Muni to Vidura, and the same conversation which was heard by Sukadeva Goswami, later on related to Parikshit Maharaj, and Parikshit Maharaj in that assembly, Suta Goswami heard it, and he told it in the Naimisharanya. And that conversation was recorded by Vyasa, and that we are recording here. Look at the series of conversation which is happening. One conversation, everybody is speaking about it. So beautiful. So, it is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that we are able to speak about this very conversation which Sankarshana told Sanat Kumar. So when he started speaking about it, Maitreya Muni started explaining how when Brahma saw Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, first he was there, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is lying on the causal ocean, Garbhodaka ocean, and from his navel there is a beautiful lotus which has sprouted. On top of the lotus there is Brahma who has taken birth. As soon as he was born, we read in the 2nd canto, he heard 2 syllables, ta pa. So he initially did all those austerities. Before that he went down the entire stem, tried to identify who is there, what is my purpose, who am I? Okay, who am I is a question which all of us want to know. Some great social scientist has said that there are only 2 days which are important. One is the day when you are born, and the second is the day when you get to know who you are and what your purpose is. So who am I? Brahma wanted to know. So because for that he, with his own endeavor, he tried to go through the stem. When he went through the stem and his own endeavor, Guru Maharaj was explaining last Saturday that with own endeavor nobody is able to achieve Krishna. They can't. Krishna has to reveal himself and then Brahma can understand. That is why at the last verse, Brahma was able to see all the 5 ingredients of creation by the mercy of the Lord. In these 4 verses, what is happening? before, from verse 24 till now, there's a lot of comparison of the Lord's beauty. It has been compared to a sandalwood tree. It has been compared to a mountain. In here also, in the verse which we read, the Lord has been compared to a beautiful mountain. And every feature of the mountain has been compared to the feature of the Lord. The Lord has got Anantasesha's hoods, multiple hoods, which is golden crowns, where mountains have golden crowns, they say. We have not seen mountains with golden crowns. Apparently the sun comes and it shines and there is gold. Actual mountains have gold, but nowadays it is not seen. So then mountain is also is giving shelter to many moving and non-moving things. Like that, the Lord is also shelter to all of us. Like that, there is a lot of comparison. And then in the subsequent verses, Brahma is actually trying to pray for creative impetus. Before that, he is identifying 5 ingredients. Bhumo, Apo, Anilo, Vayo, Kham. All these 5 ingredients he is able to identify. Now he is getting focused. Brahma was looking at the beauty of the Lord because he identified him as Hari. How did he identify him as Hari? Because he saw that the garlands were glorifying the Lord with Vedic hymns. All of us, even if we go to a proper Vedic school, we will not be able to chant it properly. There the garland itself is glorifying. So the consciousness of every entity in the spiritual world is much bigger than a jiva. So the garland is glorifying with Vedic hymns the Lord. And then there is Sudarshan Chakra for protection, and there are associates. As soon as he saw these characteristics, he identified that this must be Hari. The same Brahma, who in his mode of passion tried to see whether Krishna is really Krishna. He tried to take away the friends. And then by the mercy of the Lord, he was repenting, and then he prayed. He just spoke the Brahma Samhita and everything. So the same Lord, now by the mercy of the Lord, by his austerity, he is able to see that he is Hari. Prabhupada writes in this purport that small, very short purport, but even then very powerful purport. Even if one is in the mode of material mode of passion, to create something in the world, he has to take shelter of the Supreme for the necessary energy. The modes are working on all of us. We are under the control of the modes. This is a normal jiva situation. But if you have to use the mode in service of the Lord, then you have to take shelter of the Lord. Shiva is using the modes of ignorance in service of the Lord for destruction. Brahma is using the mode of passion in the service of the Lord for creation. So Brahma wanted the blessings of the Lord. So in the next chapter, he starts praying, oh, please give me this, please give me that, and he asks him to, not to make him very proud and things like that. He'll go on. But Prabhupada says that anybody who wants to create something, he has to surrender to the Lord. He has to take shelter of the Lord. Because we time and again keep forgetting that we are the part and parcel of the Lord, and we have to surrender. Because the surrender doesn't come naturally to the living entity. That is why it has to be told again and again. We have seen so many instances of people using different modes or getting under the different modes and getting distracted. We know the story of Daksha. Everybody does activities in order for their happiness. Are we clear about this? That we do anything for our happiness. Even if we take austerity, we take it because we expect future happiness. Either we want to gratify our senses and have current happiness, or we want to take austerity and have future happiness. And this expectation of happiness is what is keeping us in this material world. Any activity for that matter. It is said that a jiva moves from one place to another because it is dissatisfied with the current situation. If, for example, somebody sitting over there sits here, means that sense gratification of the fan not available over there, and hence he has to move here. So the movement is a symptom of the need for sense gratification or need for some desire. Movement is that. Movement signifies that we have a desire. What is the desire for? Desire is always for happiness. We want to be happy. Brahma had a desire to create in the service of the Lord, but he had the desire to create, and hence he was trying to use the mode of passion for creation, so that creation happens, the Lord is served, and he is also happy. Daksha was wanting to be happy by getting a position and respect better than Shiva. He wanted that. He was seeking happiness in having a position which is bigger than Shiva. Though he had got his daughter married to Shiva, he was not ready to respect him the way he is supposed to respect him. He is the Lord of this material universe. But Daksha, even being a Prajapati, wanted to ignore it because he thought that me, the Prajapati, is bigger than Lord Shiva. So his happiness was propelled by the mode of ignorance, and he wanted to do activities of not calling Shiva, and hence we know what happened. The Daksha Yajna, so much of learning from that, of how Daksha or anybody who is actually in ignorance and trying to disrespect a Vaishnava like Shiva, what will they face? Dhruva, mode of passion. When Dhruva was insulted by his stepmother, his mother became his guru and gave him the instruction, saying that if you want to sit on the lap of your mother, you should have actually, she is right, we should have born through her womb. But because you are born through me, I am a neglected queen. Forget about me treating like a wife, a queen. I am not even treated like a wife. So because you are born through me, you don't have that right. So if you want something which is bigger than your great grandfather Brahma, then you have to take shelter of Vishnu. This instruction was given to Dhruva by his mother. So Dhruva wanted to be happy by having a kingdom bigger than Brahma. So his happiness, he thought, was in that. So for that, what he did, he left home on the instruction of his mother. As soon as a jiva leaves home seeking Vishnu, Vishnu inspires gurus to come and meet them. He inspires. So he inspired Narada Muni to meet Dhruva. Of course, Narada Muni tested Dhruva by saying, you are a small boy, you are a Kshatriya, why are you doing all these things? These austeries are for Brahmanas, why don't do these things? He very clearly said, no, I want it, whether you can give it or not, you let me know. So once Dhruva had the darshan of the Lord, then he realized that his quest for happiness was wrongly directed. He himself says that I had jewels, but I was looking for pieces of glass. So in mode of passion or in mode of ignorance or in mode of goodness also, Prithu Maharaj, he wanted to do 100 Rajasuya Yajnas in order to become whatever he wanted to become. After 99, Indra stopped him multiple times. And then when he was advised not to continue with the 100th Yajna, he agreed. Because he was, of course, he is the energy of the Lord. So, akama sarvakamo va mokshakama udaridhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusha param. So, whether you have any desire, no desire, or desire for liberation, what should one do? One should surrender to the Lord completely. That is where the happiness is. Happiness is not got just by mundane material sense gratification. I read a very interesting article. It said that in the US, there is this lottery tickets. You know, lotteries are where you buy one ticket and then there will be a sum, $1 million, $2 million, $10 million, like that, multiple dollars. It is banned in many of the states in India, but at least in West Bengal, I have seen a lot of lottery places are there. And people line up. They want to have a quick buck. So they buy tickets. The assumption is that I will become happy when I win this lottery. That's the assumption. Or else why would you go? Money is there. Ultimately, what do you want the money for? For happiness. Right? If money can't, let's say they say no, that money can buy a bed, not the sleep. Money can get you married but can't give you a faithful partner. All these things people say. So, money is a means to an end. What is the end? The end is happiness. The jiva wants happiness. So, the article said, there were many $1 million prize winners who went into depression. Some of them committed suicide also. Can you believe this? So, the conclusion of that article, and also for us to understand, is that those people who were thinking that one day when I win $1 million, I will be happy. One day when I win $1 million, I'll be happy. They won $1 million, and even then they found that they were in miserable condition. And so they became depressed. So this depression is clinically found. This article wrote that this clinically they identified that this depression is there. If you can Google it actually. So happiness is not there in money or sense gratification. So what is the happiness there? Krishna gives this formula. Krishna gives the happiness formula. What is the verse? Nasti buddhi rayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayakta shantir ashantasya kutasukam. One who is not connected to the Supreme. First of all, you have to be connected to the Supreme in Krishna consciousness. Then you will get transcendental knowledge. Second part is they will get transcendental knowledge. That knowledge will give you a steady mind. If you get knowledge, but that knowledge is used for something else, and you don't have a steady mind, what's the point? First be connected in Krishna consciousness, then you will get intelligence. The intelligence will give you steady mind, and that steady mind will give you peace. And that peace will give you happiness. So, that Shanti is the main thing that's a stepping stone for happiness. If we are not peaceful about our life, we can never become happy. We cannot be peaceful unless our mind is Shanta. Mind is controlled, or mind is in control. The mind cannot be under control unless you have spiritual intelligence. You cannot get spiritual intelligence unless you are connected to the Supreme Lord through transcendence. These are the steps. So we already know the peace formula. There are two peace formulas according to me. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam nyatva mam shantim ruchyati. So we should know that we are not the enjoyer, we are not the bhokta of what all the yagnatapasa. And we are not the maheshwara, we are not the controllers. And he is the suhrit. Suhrit of what? Of sarvabhutanam. Of all the living entities, the Lord is actually a suhrit. He is the best ever well-wisher, like Srila Prabhupada. Well-wisher. So if Lord is a well-wisher, what I get in my life is according to what I need to progress. If we have this confidence that Lord is only giving me for my progress in Krishna consciousness, then we will not fight our situation. We will not fight our situation in the mind. Most of the distraction is why? Because people think, oh, I did not deserve this. I got this problem. The Lord must be blind. Lord is not seeing. I am such a good devotee. Why did I get this? So whether it is pleasure or pain, being equipoised in pleasure and being equipoised in pain also is what Krishna is advising Arjuna to be yukta in vairagya. Okay, so you have to be that samachitta. So only then will be, and then the last part about, we spread about having a controlled mind. How will the controlled mind be? Apuryamana machala pratishtam samudra mapayam pravishyanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishyanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kama kami. Like rivers and rivulets, the desires are going into the heart again and again. It is filling up like running towards the ocean. Every second there are some desires. Unless and until we identify a Krishna conscious desire and a non-Krishna conscious desire and act on only Krishna conscious desires to please Krishna and Guru, And we are not trying to do something which is only for our sense gratification. We will never have peace. Easier said than done. It's easy to say these things. But when the desires come, the desires are so strong that we need Vaishnava Kripa. We need Guru's mercy. Without that, those desires are not going to get subsided. So without Krishna conscious training, we will just be a very sitting duck for our desires, because we are under the modes. So one is the desires, the other one is understanding who is the Lord. Okay? So these are the peace formulas which is available. And with that, we will be able to become happy. This is happiness. Actually, very interesting, I read another article which said, I just was searching on happiness, I identified what is the general internet people saying about how to get happy, how to become happy. They say there are about 27 points to become happy. I'll just read, okay, because this is, I was reflecting that Prabhupada is so mercifully given us Krishna consciousness that we don't need to go to all these 27 points as a checklist. It is there in our Krishna consciousness by nature. He says daily habits for happiness. Following daily habits may help you achieve more happiness in your life, the article says. What are the habits? Smile. We all smile. Exercise. We all dance. Ideally, we are supposed to dance and sweat, and then that is our exercise. Get plenty of sleep. Tell me about it. Why do we have Bhagavatam classes? So, get plenty of sleep. Eat with mood in mind. We only have mood to eat in mind. Okay, so that is what it says. Practice gratitude. Daily we thank the Lord. Daily we thank the Lord. Vande Guru Shri Charana-arvindam. Okay. Give a compliment. ISKCON people, whatever they give, they don't give. Whether they give charity or not. Giving compliment, we are very famous. As soon as we see Prabhu, oh Prabhu, how are you Prabhu? You are Vaishnava Prabhu, mercy Prabhu, please Prabhu. So giving a compliment is there in our culture. Okay. Breathe deeply. That's natural, it's nothing. Acknowledge the unhappy moments. Now the entire Bhagavatam is acknowledging unhappy moments. Entire Bhagavatam, every purport we read, we are acknowledging, yes, this is dukkhalaya mashashvatam, acknowledging unhappy moments. We know it. We are actually done master PhDs. We can only tell that, oh, this happiness is not chira. Even if somebody is really happy, no, we can really depress them. By telling that, no, this happiness is not permanent. Okay, like that king who said that, you have to write something which will make me happy when I'm sad and will make me sad when I'm happy. So the minister wrote, this moment will pass. So as soon as you read that, when you are happy, you say, this moment will pass. Arre, chala jayega. Then when you are sad and you read that again, this moment will pass, you get encouraged. Okay? Face stress head on, avoid comparing yourself to others. We don't compare to anybody. We want direct Krishna Prem. No, but nothing else. So we are not comparing us to anybody, anything else. So weekly habits, this says declutter, see friends, plan your week, ditch your phone. This is a tough thing for ISKCON people. Ditch your phone. Get into nature, explore meditation. This is a weekly habit we are doing daily. Consider therapy, find a self-care ritual. Okay, monthly habits, give back. Something to give back. Take yourself out. Bahar ghumne jao. We keep going to yatras. Create a thought list. Take time to reflect. Re-evaluate your goals. We have our goals. We keep re-evaluating. Like all the entire Shishtastakam is to say that where are we? Oh, we are not able to cry. Then we have to cry for crying. All those things we are re-evaluating. Take care of your body. Let go of grudges. Plan a trip. ISKCON devotees, whether they do something or not, they are continuously planning a trip eternally. Let's go here, let's go there, that dham, this dham. So these activities we need not do actually on our own. This is there naturally in our parampara. So we are what supposed to do for happiness? Chant and be happy. So Prabhupada has put this boldly in all the temples. We need not go into nitty-gritties. When you chant, you become happy. So this was about this verse. Today is also a special day. It is Lalita Sakhi's appearance day. I just found out a few things about Lalita Sakhi. I'm going to just share it with you so that all of us hear about Lalita Sakhi and we become happy about it. So, can anybody tell me why is Lalita Sakhi the most important Sakhi for us? This is my speculation. Okay? If you know the right answer, you can't say. Some wrong answers I want, and then we'll come to the right answer. Why is Lalita Sakhi, among the 8 Sakhis, why is Lalita Sakhi the most important Sakhi for us? Everybody is dear to Radharani. Why Lalita Sakhi? Our parampara is coming from Lalita Sakhi. Can you explain that?
Rupa Goswami is the Rupa Manjari and is the main.
Absolutely. He saw my notes before coming here. So, Rupa Manjari is Rupa Goswami. Prabhupada in the preface of Nectar of Instruction puts us directly in line under the shelter of Rupa Goswami. If you read the preface, a beautiful preface. Everyone should read again and again. So in that he says, all of us who are following ISKCON are directly under the shelter of Rupa Goswami. So who is Rupa Goswami? Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari reports to whom? Lalita Sakhi. So Lalita Sakhi, who is Swarup Damodar Goswami in the Gaur Leela, is, according to me, because it's her birthday today, the most important Sakhi. Of course everybody is important, but Rupa Manjari used to report to Lalita Sakhi. What was Lalita Sakhi doing? She was born in a village of Karhala, and later her father brought her to Uchgaon. Uchgaon, there is a temple for Lalita Sakhi. Krishna is there with Radharani, and on the right hand side of Krishna there is a beautiful deity of Lalita Sakhi. I have just seen the picture, I have not gone there. So in that place, there was this famous pastime where Radharani and all her friends did this marriage of Lalita Sakhi with Krishna. Lalita Sakhi, there was a slide which actually it's a natural slide on a hill, and that slide they say you should go and slide, you'll become happy. We might have gone there in Vrindavan, near Vrindavan, Vraj Mandal. So there Lalita Sakhi and Krishna were sitting next to each other, and then one Sakhi went and tied the shawl of Lalita Sakhi with the dhoti of Krishna. And then Lalita Sakhi did not even realize. Then somebody started chanting the marriage mantras, and everybody started putting flowers, and Radharani was laughing, everybody were laughing. So this is a kind of reciprocation which Radharani did for Lalita Sakhi. And she is said to be always, how many years? 14 years, 8 months and 27 days. She is little elder to Radharani. 14 years, 8 months and 27 days. And she has got this mood where she can actually show her index finger to Radha and Krishna and say, hey, don't do this. She's in that mood. Lalita Sakhi. To both of them, she chastises them sometimes. Of course, they have love, so they can do that. We can't imitate all those things. So Lalita Sakhi is born today. She is very famous in creating the kunja of Radha and Krishna very beautifully. Rupa Goswami in the Lalita Ashtakam mentions that how she actually wipes the sweat from the lotus feet of both Radha and Krishna. That's her service. And she makes a lot of, if you see the decoration today, very beautifully done. She wears peacock feathers, and she wears blue orchids, and those things, they're very, the people who did the decoration today, the dressing today, they've gone into the detail of the words of Lalita Ashtakam, and then they have done Lalita Sakhi and the Kunja exactly like how she does. At least something closer to that, because we have not gone there, we can't see something closer. So Lalita Sakhi is also famous for creating riddles. So today there is a program in the temple at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, please, we have to see. There we are expected to come with some riddles and present it to Lalita Sakhi. So she is very famous in doing that riddles. So today is her appearance day, and we are all very fortunate that Srila Prabhupada has given us Radha Madhav and Ashtasakhi, where every morning we are able to have the darshan of all the 8 Sakhis. Tungavidya, Chitra, Champakalata, Lalita, Vishaka, Induleka, Rangadevi, Sudevi. All of them in one shot. So we are under the protection of these 8 Sakhis. And so last but not the least, Rupa Goswami in his Lalita Ashtakam, the 7th verse, he says something which is very useful for us. I offer pranama unto the supremely charming Sri Lalita Devi, the treasure house of all good qualities. Upon seeing any young maiden anywhere in Vraja and discerning that she is inclined towards her Priya Sakhi Srimati Radhika, Lalita immediately tells Radha and she must accept this person as her own party, Swapaksha. Radha obeys Lalita, who thus fulfills that maiden's desire. So today, on her birthday, we should go and beg Lalita Sakhi that please see me. I also want to become something in your Paksha. Okay, please tell Radharani to take us into your Paksha. And with that, Lalita Sakhi can bless us. Also another activity today, very important. After 20 years of long gap, Hamsavahan Shiva is coming to the courtyard of Panchatattva. I think the program time is something like 9:30 or something. There will be Abhishek. They are coming through the Saraswati Nagar route. He'll be carried on a palanquin. And then Hamsavahan Shiva is coming here. Hamsavahan Shiva, we know the pastime many which ways. If very closer to Bhakti Vinod Thakur's house, if you go inside, we can find Hamsavahan temple. That Hamsavahan temple is because that Lord Shiva once heard that Sutta Goswami is doing Gaur Katha here in Navadvip Mandal. And then he was very eager to hear the Katha. And then he went and removed his vehicle from the parking and he went on. And he saw that his vehicle, Nandi, is very slow. So he said, I can't have this vehicle, I want to go fast. So he called up Brahma and said, can you please give me your vehicle? So Brahma gave Swahan, his Hamsa. And then that Hamsa flies fast. And so he, with lot of eagerness, Shiva rode Hamsa's vehicle and Brahma's vehicle Hamsa, and then he came here and he became Hamsavahan Shiva. Very auspicious to have his darshan, and we'll have his Abhishek today. He's coming after 20 long years. I heard, I don't know whether it is authentic or not, I heard that His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj had a dream that we are all doing Abhishek here in ISKCON of Hamsavahan Shiva, and that is the reason that became the impetus for the devotees to speak to the Hamsavahan Shiva authorities and then request them to get him here. Hopefully, this will happen every year. I'm not very sure, but at least today it's happening. And whoever is there in Mayapur, you can be present here. They have requested us to do bhoga and be a part of this. Whoever can do bhoga can do bhoga. Whoever cannot do, at least come and have prasad. Okay, so thank you very much. We can stop here. Any comments? We can. Yes, Patit Pavan Prabhu has a question.
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for the nice class. Just on one point, you mentioned that we have to constantly re-evaluate our goals. This is from somewhere you
This
found
is some
in
mundane thing.
I see. So you said as devotees, we are also doing this. But the prayojana tattva, which is actually our goal, it's fixed actually.
Yes.
And we have to understand the prayojana tattva and actually fix it. What we are re-evaluating is actually our conscience and efforts, and actually if we are going in the right direction towards that goal. But the goal is fixed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
We don't change it from Krishna to somebody else tomorrow. It's always Krishna.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you for
Hare
the deep
Krishna.
insights. Very fantastic. Prabhu, I have a question. It's we have desires, I could understand, and we have the both desires, material
We have
desire and
both
spiritual desire. As you said that we should always click to the spiritual desire just for the pleasure of Hari Guru Vaishnava. Sometimes it's in my case, what happened if the spiritual desires are not getting fulfilled? Automatically, intelligence is fixed on Krishna, but the mind is running toward the material desire and trying to click that and trying to endeavor for that. How I can, and sometimes we succumb to that also.
Sometimes?
Succumb to that, like.
Yes, yes.
So how I can get out of this? How it can be help me to advance in Krishna consciousness?
So, it is a gradual process. Getting the mind under control is a gradual process. Krishna himself has acknowledged when Arjuna said that I can control the wind but not the mind. He said, yes, I know it, because among all the Indriyas, Krishna says, I am the mind. So it's one of the strongest, not one of the strongest sense that we have is the mind. That is the reason getting the mind under control is a lifetime endeavor. Lifetime endeavor. We can't expect that, okay, today I won over this particular sense object. Let's say, for example, you're watching YouTube is your, let us say, for example, if watching YouTube is one of your sense gratification and you are empty scrolling, one day you say, oh, today is Ekadashi, I will not do. Okay, let's say you did. That does not guarantee you that on Dwadashi you will not see YouTube. As soon as you do Paran, you might pick up your phone. Mind is so strong. Mind is so strong. It is a continuous endeavor. And it is a clarion call which we have to declare to Maya, saying that I am in war with you. I am in war with you. With every Shanka of the Mangalarati, we declare to Maya, saying that I am in war with you. If we declare, then we are lax. Our intention and our action don't match. We are declaring, saying that, hey, I am in war with you. And Maya says, okay, I am in war with you. Come, let's fight. And she is ready with all the gloves. And we are just meekly sitting, not doing anything. That doesn't work. So if we declare there is war, behave like war. Every second, every minute is a war. Because last minute I won does not mean that this minute I will win again. Some sense gratifications are troubling you every minute. Some sense gratification troubles you only once in a day. Some sense gratification troubles you once in a week. Like, we were doing one diet, no maida diet. On Sunday, it is very difficult to follow the diet because some of my friends get some bakery items. You understand? Offered, non-prasadning. So offered bakery items on Sunday is very difficult to control by. So some sense gratifications are there that it will trouble you. So we have to fight every moment. There is no shortcut to this.
Yes, Prabhu, we want to fight to get the encouragement, enthusiasm for this. If we are being fulfilled with our spiritual desires, automatically we will be enthused. Yes, I want to fight. But sometimes we have failed in our spiritual desires.
Radhesham Prabhu very clearly says, have association of devotees. When you are alone, you might get tired. You might get tired, you might get lax. And you might also have this syndrome where you're thinking nobody is seeing you. That is why many people I see, they try to delete the history of whatever internet they are watching, as though Krishna does not know it. That is the last Hippocratic method which we use. If you are doing something which you are not supposed to do, the last Hippocratic method is to delete the history and say that main to nahi kiya bhai. These are all phases. We will overcome this for sure because devotees have overcome this. Don't think that, oh, unke zamane mein YouTube nahi tha, unke zamane mein internet nahi tha. Where did Bhakti Vinod Thakur face internet? It is there. Much distractions are there. Okay? So, it is a gradual process. Controlling the mind is the only essence. That is the only method. And there is no shortcut to this. Knowing this, we got to fight. Does it help? Thank you very much. So, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौ प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।